Hello everyone, myself Pankaj. Welcome to Being Fish Co. In this video, we will discuss some fisheries current affairs or fisheries news that are related to July month of 2025. So let's begin. So first is infrastructure boost and policy reforms. So the Department of Fisheries outlined the major investment and policy steps to strengthen the sector. In late July, Department of Fisheries noted rupees 17,210.46 crore spent on fisheries infrastructure through Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, creating jobs and supporting 34 fisheries clusters, 1954 fishing cooperatives, and 39 startup projects. The ministry also reported record seafood exports in financial year 2023 and 24, that is 1.78 million metric ton, that accounts for rupees 60,523.89 crore, and launched key programs, example vessel tracking with 33,674 transponders installed, and marine fisheries census 2025 with ICR MFRI in order to digitally map coastal fishing household. Next is National Fish Farmers Day celebration. On July 10, India celebrated National Fish Farmers Day. Union Minister Shri Rajiv Ranjan Singh inaugurated 17 new fisheries clusters, doubling active clusters to 34, and laid foundation for 17 Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana projects, rupees 105 crore across 11 states. New initiatives include that are released by Department of Fisheries and ICR include an ICR training calendar, seed certification and hatchery guidelines, and hundreds of Kisan credit card for fishers. Senior ministers noted that since 2013-14 fish production doubled to 195 lakh tons, with inland fisheries that is rising by 140% and shrimp export by 270%. Next is fisheries clusters and Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana projects. On National Fish Farmers Day, 10th of July, the department announced 17 clusters for processing, training and markets, non-notified, and inaugurated 70 modern fisheries infrastructure projects. The clusters and rupees 105 crore of new projects are under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. The minister highlighted that India is now second largest fish producer and that government investment rupees 38,572 crore since 2015 has doubled the output. Next recent headline it is, so India Maldives Fisheries Pact. During the Prime Minister's July visit, India and Maldives signed a fisheries and aquaculture MOU. The pact covers sustainable tuna and deep sea fishing, mariculture, trade and training. It calls for Indian support to Maldivian cold storage, broodstock farms and joint R&D on tuna fisheries. Officials said the deal reflects the shared vision for resilient marine resources. Next is another breaking news, that is India-UK Trade Pact. A new India-UK trade agreement took effect in July, giving India full duty-free access on shrimp and seafood. The Ministry of Fisheries noted this will help export of Vanami shrimp, lobster, frozen pomfret, etc. India exported $7.38 billion of seafood in financial year 2024 and 25, with shrimp alone $4.88 billion. UK imports $5.4 billion seafood per year. India's current share is 2.25%. Analysts estimate this could boost India to UK exports by 70%. The next is seafood export gains. Separately, industry reports noted India's new UK deal closes the competitive gap with Vietnam and Singapore in Britain. The UK duty pact is expected to help Indian shrimp and seafood exports surge in coming years, that is projected 70%. However, a new 25% US tariff on Indian goods from August 1 is expected to offset some gains, especially hurting shrimp export to the US. Shrimp exports record. The Department of Fisheries highlighted that shrimp production jumped 270% over the last decade. In financial year 2024-25, India exported a record of 60,500 crore of seafood, especially shrimp. With new trade pacts, officials projects further expansion of shrimp markets in Europe and other regions. Inland production success. State achievements were noted. Telangana's government announced plans to expand fish farming, especially around lower or mid Manayar dams, and improve inputs, fish seed distribution, local hatcheries, cold storage at Karimnagar. To make Karimnagar a fisheries hub, over 87 crore fish seed will be released under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, and vehicles of cold chain will be provided to fishers. Record doubling of production. July press release summarized government data. Fish output rose from 95.79 lakh tons to 195 lakh tons, 104% increase. Inland pond fisheries saw 140% growth. This reflects Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana and allied scheme ramping up aquaculture nationwide. Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana infrastructure project. July 29, Summary reported Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana approvals, 26 fishing harbors, 22 landing centers, 21 wholesale fish markets are underway. The scheme is financing new cold chain, 634 ice plants, 6694 insulated vehicles and 27,189 fish transport vehicles. These projects aim to modernize ports, harbors, improve storage and ensure supply of quality fish. Coastal surveillance. In July, the Fisheries Ministry noted it is installing VMS or auto transporters on 1 lakh marine fishing vessels. So far, 33,674 units are active. This system improves vessel tracking, safety and IUU fishing enforcement. Marine Fisheries Census 2025 on July 30 in Parliament, the minister announced a marine fisheries census to enumerate coastal fisher household, villages, infrastructure across 13 states or union territories. ICS MFRI coaches the nodal agency using real-time app-based service. In Gujarat alone, 70,000 fisher families across 280 villages will be surveyed. Monsoon fishing bans. Indian states enforce summer fishing bans to protect breeding. Kerala's 52-day trawl ban continued through July. In fact, National Green Tribunal upheld that regulated river flows are needed. After mass fish kills in the Periyar, the National Green Tribunal ordered Kerala to prevent stagnation and ensure flow to save fish. River pollution, fish decline. Environmental reports highlighted threats to freshwater fisheries. The Central told the National Green Tribunal that Yamuna natives are declining due to dams, pollution, exotic fish and habitat loss. The Department of Fisheries has begun a ranching program, supplementary stocking under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana to restore endangered carp and mahasir. Meanwhile, high temperature and waste discharge in various rivers led to fish kill alerts. Sikkim flash flood impact. A July Monga Bay report described an ICR and BFGR study of the October 2023 Sikkim glacial outburst flood. It found the Teesta river ecology was simplified, deep pools and spawning grounds largely destroyed. Key species like snow trout and chocolate mahasir faced damaged habitats, implying serious long-term impacts on fisheries. Seaweed farming potential. Industry experts MFRI noted India's seaweed sector has big upside but needs policy support. India grows only 1 lakh tons, that is 35.5 million global, means it is in comparison to global. In global it is 35.5 and India is growing 1 lakh tons. Over 300 potential seaweed sites have been identified, but profitability is a hurdle. Marine salinity issue, low price for native sargassum. Draft marine culture policies are in the works, and SEMFRI, now Center of Excellence for Seaweed Farming, is advising on best practices. Innovation hatchery breakthrough. ICS MFRI R&D featured in industry news. Its scientists developed captive breeding technology for giant trevally, a fast-growing marine species, and ranked it among the ICR top fisheries innovation. The new hatchery model will help mass production of trevally seed, promising higher yield and income for marine fish farmers. Next is shrimp export shocks by US tariff. That is, the Economic Times reported US President Trump new 25% tariff from August 1 on Indian goods will severely hit shrimp exporter. India's 2024-2025 shrimp exports were $4.88 billion, 66% of the seafood export. Analysts warn Ecuador will gain in the US market as India's shrimp become less price competitive. This put pressure on India to diversify export markets beyond the US. Seafood Expo Bharat 2025. India launched its flagship domestic seafood trade fair in July. Ampeda hosted Seafood Expo Bharat with 150 exhibitor stalls and 2,500 delegates. The event, the first of an annual series, featured a reverse buyer-seller meet, technical workshop and plant visits aiming to connect India's seafood suppliers. Capacity building and outreach. On National Fish Farmers Day, ICSMFRI ran training or outreach for fishers. Its Kochi headquarters launched a 3-day fish feed production training, biofloc cage farming under the SCST scheme. Regional centers honored model fishers. In Karwar, Karnataka, 2 cage farmers were felicitated, and in Visakhapatnam, 25 farmers were recognized for excellence in aquaculture. Fisheries Innovation Challenge. The Department of Fisheries launched a Startup Grant Challenge 2.0. Deadline was June 11, 2025 to promote new ideas. It offered ₹10 lakh grants each to 10 winning teams, plus incubation and mentorship. The contest target breakthrough in sustainable fish production, feed, gear or software, etc. Earlier in April, 39 projects were selected under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana entrepreneur scheme, ₹31.22 crore subsidy to scale tech business models. So that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more such videos related to fisheries science. Do share with your fellow friends, whosoever is preparing for exams. Hope you all would have find it interesting. Thank you for watching.